Hey everyone, today we're talking about Evil Dead the game, and some things I've noticed while playing it, and exploring its environment. Let's get into it. The main healing item of the game for the survivor side is Shemp's Cola. Shemp's Cola is a drink original to the game, seemingly an offsprout of Shemp's beer. In a trailer for Ash vs Evil Dead Season 3, there was a Shemp's beer commercial, featuring Ash and Kelly. Shemp's beer further appeared throughout the series, and was Ash's favourite drink. It was originally named after the actor, Shemp Howard, who was apparently a large inspiration for Bruce Campbell, and also his favourite member of the Three Stooges, a comedy group. Bruce Campbell's name on Instagram is also Shemp Malone. When opening crates in-game, you can also find a drink named Pink F. This is a reference to Ash vs Evil Dead, where Ash creates a drink with his friend named Chet, called Pink F. Well, yeah, Pink F, we'll say. The drink includes 3 ounces of vodka, strawberry liqueur, grenadine, lemonade, orange zest, nutmeg, and finally the special ingredient, ketamine. Pink F is used as the equivalent of upgrade points for the survivor side. It's pretty surprising this is used as the upgrade, with Kelly's first experience of the drink numbing her tongue and causing near immediate intoxication and hallucinatory experiences, before finally fainting. Ash will further reference Chet sometimes when picking up Pink F.
That one's for you, Chet.
Interestingly, the character upgrade screen appears to be pages of the Necronomicon, and each time you hover over the different words or sections, it translates the text from Sumerian to English, or whatever language you're playing in. This is particularly noticeable in the Demon tab. The mission screen depicts the tape recorder that was used in the original film to play Knowby's recording. In the outfit tab of each character, the clothes are said to all originate from S-Mart, the shop where Ash works at the end of Army of Darkness, and a store that seems to sell just about anything, said to be the place Ash apparently got his shotgun from.
Double-barreled Remington, S-Mart's top of the line. Shop smart. Shop S-Mart.
The Necromancer has an ability where you can summon a Flautist. This is a reference to the skeleton soldiers in Army of Darkness, which play a bone flute, and some others with bagpipes. The bus stops in-game have the title Evil Bus above them, in the Evil Dead font. On Ash's S-Mart outfit we can see a red pen in his jacket pocket, and some blood spatter in the corner. A possible reference to Shaun of the Dead's You've Got Red on You recurring gag.
You got red on you.
This could just be a coincidence, but in the film he doesn't have blood on him, so it's possible. Kelly wears what looks to be a Rolling Stones t-shirt. This is the same t-shirt she wears in Ash vs Evil Dead Season 1 Episode 7. On one of the mouths there is a set of sharp teeth, which don't appear in the series. If we look closely on Kelly's model, we can also see her necklace has an anchor on it. Not sure if there's any meaning behind that, but I never noticed it in the series. There's lots of cool things too in the environment, particularly in the cabin. In the cabin we can find a small Cthulhu statue. On the cabin's bathroom sink we can see 2 different handprints, one looking to be a demon's or skeleton's, and another a regular human hand. I'm not entirely sure if this is a reference to anything, or a scene in particular. We can find a portrait of what looks to potentially be a young Raymond Knowby in the cabin's bathroom. In the cabin, the deer head mounted on the wall is already possessed, a reference to the scene in Evil Dead 2, where the deer begins laughing at Ash. There are many paintings to be found, most of which appear to reference Army of Darkness. We can see Castle Kandar, the windmill, where the little ashes appear, then also the altar, possibly the one that Evil Ash is strapped to and cut up on. The clocks found throughout the map appear to feature the same time in the original film, when Ash and his friends listen to the recording they find in the cabin basement, reading from the Necronomicon. This could just be in the cabin, because I haven't checked literally every clock on the map. The way you move while playing the demon role is very similar to that of the camera movement for the demon perspective throughout the Evil Dead series, even breaking things as you collide with them. There's an 87 on one of the gas pumps at the gas station, maybe a reference to Evil Dead 2's release date. Probably not. It's probably just a gas thing. On most of the graves in the game you can find the name Bruce Raimi. This is presumably a reference to both Bruce Campbell and Sam Raimi, the 2 main driving forces behind Evil Dead, Raimi being the creator and director of the original trilogy, and Campbell being the series star. The dates listed beneath are 1811 to 1870. I honestly couldn't find any connection to what these dates might reference, so let me know if you can think of one. We can also find makeshift graves in the graveyards, very similar to the ones Ash makes throughout the films and series. One of the shotguns in-game is named the Boomstick, the same name Ash gives it in Army of Darkness when speaking to the people from the 1300s. You can find pineapple pizza across various parts of the map, just thought that was kind of funny. There is a possible Dead by Daylight reference found at the different workstations around the map, where a bear trap with what looks to be hooks can be seen. Again, a possible reference to the Trapper. Bit of a stretch. There's a book you can find called A Farewell to Arms, which is a real book, potentially meant to be a fun nod to Ash sawing off his own hand. I don't believe the actual book has any relevance really to Evil Dead. Again, let me know if I'm wrong on that one. There are two traps to choose from when trapping the crates as a demon. This is the Ash's hand trap, which is his possessed hand that he wrestles in Evil Dead 2 and eventually cuts off. Then the mini Ash trap, which springs a bunch of mini Ashes that attack the player, a reference to the Army of Darkness scene. Alright, well, that's gonna do it. Be sure to let me know if there's any cool things you've seen in game down below. Thanks, and goodbye.